Hi friends, my name is Delali Frank and you're welcome to my channel. This is Deus of. If it's your first time here, please hit on the subscription button. But today I'm here with my good brother that I met at the World Cup and we're going to be friends hopefully for long. He's a sports journalist and also someone who has managed to watch over 34 games. Maybe one of the fans that have watched most games. Bro, pleasure to have you
Thank you
around.
so much, man. I wish you all the best. It's been obviously you've been to a lot of games as well. You've been volunteering at the World Cup,
Yeah,
so it's been a great experience. It's been a great experience.
yeah, sure. So today is not an interview, basically. It's like a conversation. We're going to have a conversation, talk about my experience, and also you also tell me about your experience. But first of all, you have a different accent. Like, any reason for the accent?
My accent
Yeah.
from the UK, from London, but I'm Somali. I know you guys are from West Africa.
Yeah.
Most of the people watching are from West Africa, but I'm from the other side. Obviously, we have a big, beautiful continent. I'm from the horn of that continent.
Yeah.
From Somalia, but I grew up and I live in London, and that's the reason for the accent.
All right. I think so. Now let's talk about the World Cup itself. Like, is it your first time coming to Qatar?
My first time in Qatar, yes.
Oh, okay. But obviously you're Muslim. At what point did you decide to come to the World Cup? And
To be fair, with me, about as soon as it was obviously they announced it 12 years ago. 12 years ago, I'm 16 years old. I'm 28 now. 16 years old, you think, hopefully that's a World Cup that I can go to.
yeah,
As the time got closer, as I got older, it became a lot more manageable. About 2 or 3 years ago, I was like, you know what, I can make it happen if I plan for it from early. I can make it happen and I can get to the World Cup. And the best decision I've ever made in my life. Qatar has been amazing. It's been, I mean, you'll tell them yourself.
yeah, I know,
This
right?
place it's been incredible. They planned everything. They did it perfectly. So yeah.
Yeah, so I think we'll talk about that very much. But let's first of all let's go into the competition itself and the game that we play. How many games have you?
Went to 31 games at this World Cup.
I see 31 games. That's like from group stages all the way
Yeah,
to.
yeah. Most of my games were group stage games because group stage games are a lot cheaper, and there's 3 or 4 games happening at the same time, same day. So you're able to go from one stadium to the other. Really cheap tickets. You just get it out of the way, go.
Yeah, I think maybe you hold record of one of the.
Nah, I don't think
No, no,
so.
no. You
Nah.
know, but
There's
'cause-
people that have been to a lot more games.
yeah, I
Man.
know. Like I know somebody who has been to. Shout out to the YouTuber. He has been to literally almost all the games. He was on a challenge. I think apart from that, no.
Yeah,
Maybe
no, I went
a
to.
fan who has.
Alhamdulillah, I've had the opportunity to go to a lot of games. Some tickets through work and through friends and through networking. I've been able to receive a few tickets. So Alhamdulillah, yeah.
So your first game was which
My
game?
first game, Senegal versus Holland.
Oh, I see.
The big one, the big
Yeah.
one. The first game for Africa. I mean, most of my time here, I've been going to all the African games. So I went to all the Ghana games, all the Cameroon games, all the Morocco games, all the Senegal games. So I've been following, making sure I go to my African games. Yeah, because obviously as you said, I'm a journalist and I've been covering African football mostly.
Then I'm going to ask you, how do you see the African teams and how they performed?
I don't know if you know this, but African teams have set a record for the group stages. 24 points in the group stages is the most ever. The previous record was 15.
Yeah.
So African teams have really performed very, very well. 2 teams in the knockout stages, Senegal and Morocco. Obviously, we had our first team ever go to the semi-final, Morocco. So African football is growing. African football is looking good. Every team had a good tournament. Ghana got 3 points.
Yeah.
Senegal got 5. Senegal got 4 points.
4 points, I think.
Cameroon got 4 points. Morocco got 7 points.
Top the group that had.
Even Tunisia had 4 points.
Yeah.
So on the last day, on the last match day, all 5 African teams still had an opportunity to qualify. If other results went our way, Tunisia could have gone through, Ghana could have gone through, Cameroon could have gone through. So I mean,
and Cameroon managed to beat Brazil.
Cameroon beat Brazil. Tunisia managed to beat France, who was just in the final. So it's looking good for African football. And obviously, next tournament we're gonna have even more teams. So it's gonna be better, definitely, inshallah.
Let's move into your games and like your experience in games. Like yesterday, I was talking about my experience, and I couldn't finish talking about it. Because like you get goosebumps when you're talking about it. Like, tell me from your end.
See, obviously the World Cup finished yesterday. I still have no words to describe the feelings, the emotions. I mean, I say this after every game, but like you can't describe it. It's just one of those ones you have to experience. You have to live it.
Yeah.
You have to. I
Yeah, you
mean,
have to
these are
be-
memories that you're gonna cherish and you're gonna enjoy for the rest of your life. So
It's been great. So far, which game, like apart from the finals, obviously,
yeah,
which game lived up to?
one of my favorite group stage games was Ghana versus Portugal. Actually, 3-2.
Yeah.
If Inaki doesn't slip in the last second, you have
That moment.
you have a 3-3,
Yeah.
and then obviously Ghana versus Korea as well.
Yeah.
3-2 Ghana. The Black Stars are winning 2-0. Korea make it 2-2.
2-2, yeah.
3-2. Incredible game. Senegal versus Ecuador. That Koulibaly goal is a good goal that will stick with me for a very long time. Morocco, Portugal as well. Incredible game. Yeah.
Yes, I think pretty much, apart from some few ones that I also watched. I think it's because the Black Stars game, because if you speak to a lot of people, they always say that the Black Stars did very well. Like on my
I think the
shift
Black
day,
Stars. I think the Black Stars done really really well considering the group that they have. You've got, I mean, an incredible. Obviously, you got Portugal, which is obviously one of the favorites coming into the group. You got South Korea, who are one of the best teams coming from that
yeah.
region. From that region, South Korea are incredible. You got some world class players. You got Kim Min Jae that plays for Napoli. You got Heung Min Song that plays for Tottenham, one of the best attackers in the world, top Premier League goal scorer last year. And you also got Uruguay, who are also very very dangerous.
Have a lot of experienced players.
I mean, you got one of the best midfielders in the world, Valverde. You got such experience in the back. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's a difficult group to get 3 points from that group to be within one game of qualifying. You just needed a draw in the last game. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. But
I just say that we are not disappointed at the performance, but the manner at which. I think that's true. But so I think personally, I will also say that because the Black Stars games were exciting. I also got the opportunity to watch that Saudi Argentina game. And that was my first game, and I think it was an exciting way to be ushered into the competition. Because
I think the tournament needed that. We needed Saudi Arabia to win because if you've been around, the Saudis winning that game, even though they didn't win any game after that, incredible. Yeah, absolutely incredible.
And I was telling a friend, I was saying a joke that no matter what, never lose to a Saudi Arabian team. Like never lose to them in a football game. No matter what, they would tease you, be on your head. And
where's Messi?
Date, like
where's Messi? Where's Messi? Messi, where no? Very good experience.
Yes. Then I'm gonna ask you about your finals, like obviously, like
one of the best games of football we will ever see. I mean, that's all you can say. One of the best games of football you will ever see. You won't see a game of no final, league game, cup, anything. You will never see a game like that in your life.
France scored 2 brilliant goals. One was a penalty. Mbappe's
goal.
And my location when Mbappe scored the goal, just walked to that goal post and I was standing right next to that goal post and he came to me. Like it's an experience.
It's an experience.
And then Messi scored on the other end. And, oh my goodness.
An experience you'll never forget. But
yeah, personally, it was an experience I will never forget. But I don't know about you and how.
No, for me, I still, I mean, it happened yesterday, so I can't. I mean, hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll be able to write about it, talk about it. But now, I'm just gonna experience it, live it, and enjoy it, bro.
Yeah. So now let's talk about maybe Qatar and how good they've been. Like outside when you're on social media, you really think this tournament was...
I mean, anyone that knows me knows I travel a lot. I've been to every corner of this world. I can safely say this is the best place I've ever been to in my life. The hospitality, the food, the people, the way they've organized a tournament. If you ask anybody, is there anything they could have done better? There's nothing you could think of, because they've left every stone, like no stone has been left unturned. Because every game you can get there with a train, there's a bus, there's the metro, every stadium is accessible. As soon as you come out the stadium, there's a bus that will take you to the nearest station, or take you to the fan park, or take you to the hotels, or take you know what I'm trying to say. Outside stadiums, there's people that are offering you bottles of water for free. Inside the stadium, the food is cheap, the food is good. As a Muslim, there's prayer rooms in every single stadium. There's a prayer room in every corner. This, like, everything's clean. You won't find any rubbish or any trash anywhere. It's incredible, bro. This place is incredible, man. Especially as a Muslim. I don't know if you're...
I'm not a Muslim.
But I'm saying like, as a Muslim, like, this place is a dream come true, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? Because every prayer you're hearing the adhan very, very loud. Okay, call to prayer. Then there's a mosque everywhere. Oh, this place is amazing, man.
And I was, if you ask me, I was telling a friend that few things that I've looked and I would say that Qatar have done exceptional well is when it comes to the prayer rooms, for instance. Even at washrooms, like every
clean.
washroom, there's a prayer room. Like you go to the washroom or you go to the prayer room, and it's very clear. There's somebody. One thing is, I was telling a friend that there's somebody whose job is to wash the road. Like you literally, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, like
watch
right
the
now,
road.
I
Like
mean,
yeah,
like when there's a lot of people here, there's someone like that means if you drop something and you come back 1 minute later, that thing is gone
Yeah.
because someone's there cleaning it.
cleaning and that's good. Transport system, free internet. Like
Bro,
like
free internet, free. Bro, you're getting free transport. What country can you go to?
Yeah, like
You can get on any bus for free,
free
any
just-
train for free. Taxis are cheap. This place is amazing, man.
Yeah, I think when it comes to tournament organization, they've done and they've showed off. Like I was saying, they've showed off. Like they've showed off. They've done things that you will not see in any other competition. And the party before the games is what I really love. Like they've taken the excitement away from the games itself to the fun parks. There are so many places
Like you don't need
get
to go to the stadium to enjoy the game.
That's what I'm trying
You don't
to
need
say.
to enjoy. Like some of the fan parks are even nicer than the.
And exciting than the games. Like if you go to the fan festival, for instance, get performance in between games.
Halftime, in between games, halftime. There's someone coming up to give you a little show. Talk. Yeah, man.
And it's been great. I think it's fair that we all agree that it's been like literally.
It's been 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
There's no complaints. Like, I mean, anyone that's complaining is not here in Qatar. Any complaint you see, they're not here in Qatar.
But I spoke with one Indian, and his statement will forever live with me. He said, "I am an Indian. There's no way I would get to watch the World Cup directly." You know directly what he means. Like, there's no way the World Cup will come to India.
But India's close.
But because
it's in Qatar,
he has been able to enjoy the competition.
Yes, sir.
Something feely, like close, like local. He has enjoyed it closely.
Of course.
And that is something that I feel people from Pakistan, like
India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka,
like those countries that would not usually go to the World Cup,
they're able to go.
And that's what I believe that's what football is about. Football is not only the World Cup is not only for the 32 countries that have the 32 countries that have qualified. Football is not only for them. The World Cup is not only for them. It's for everybody, every football fan who wants to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And for me, that's what I believe it is.